Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I hope you enjoyed the craft and the snack that Ruthie was able to do this week. But also I hope you're doing really well on your schoolwork, because you're almost done. So keep at it, you're doing great. So I found this really cool devotional for today's Friday devotional. And it says, what are some predictable differences in people's hands? Now, I'm sure you guys know your hands pretty well, but have you ever wondered certain things? There are some things that you can look at and test that are pretty cool. Although there are exceptions to every rule, there are some interesting comparisons between the male and female hand. If you watch people's hands carefully, you may notice for yourself that these rules are often true. Why don't you test them out? So at some point, grab your dad or grab your brother or grab your sister, whomever, and compare hands between you as a female or you as a male and vice versa. Now you can see my hands. Steven's in the other room, but I guess you guys can look at your own families. So number 1, a man's ring finger is longer than his index finger or pointer finger. A woman's pointer finger is longer than her ring finger. And in fact, my pointer finger is longer than my ring finger. How about that? What about it for you guys? Number 2, if you ask people to show you their hands, a man puts his hand out with the palm up. A woman turns her palms down. So what they're saying is, if somebody says, here, let me see your hands, a woman will typically do this, while a man does this. Now that's typical. It could be different for everybody. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I normally do when somebody asks to see my hands, because normally they're not asking to see my hands. Although when they were asking to see my rings, I did show them like this. Makes a difference. If a man is looking at his fingernails, his hand is usually turned up with his fingers curled. A woman turns her palm down and holds her fingers straight. So instead of this, so males tend to do this, is what I've seen, and females tend to do this. And I have done this many a time. So that's very typical for me. On both men's and women's hands, their middle finger is almost always, as long as their palm is wide. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's see. About that long. Let's see. About that. Oh, yeah, just about. So my middle finger is about as long as my palm. Just about. So why? What is the purpose of all this? What we humans do with our hands is nothing compared to what God does with His. The Bible says, in the beginning, you laid the foundations of the earth. Now this is talking to God. And the heavens are the works of your hands. That's from Psalm chapter 102, verse 25. So if someone told you that you had to copy the world that God made, how would you do it? How could you make a star or a mountain? How would you make a flower open up or give a dog its bark or get a cloud to hang in the sky? What would you do to get a river to flow? God knows how to create all these things and how to keep them working. Our job is simply to enjoy them and to thank God for creating them. So just be glad you don't have to create a whole new world just so that you can enjoy nature. So right now, if you get a chance, go outside. Marvel at the creation that the Lord has made for us to enjoy. Look at the mountains. Look at the clouds up in the sky, if there are any. And look at the stars tonight, if your parents allow you to. And just see how amazing God's handiwork is, because those are the works of His hands, not anyone else's. Those are the works of God's hands, and only He can make it perfect. So, we'll see you again in the next video. Hope you guys are doing well, and we really hope to see you guys in person very soon. But we'll talk again soon. Bye, guys.